If your 3D prints don't fit right, this one tool fixes everything. Caliper. Let me show you how to use it with Tinkercad though. I see this mistake time and time again. Some people are first starting out with Tinkercad or any type of design software in 3D. You want to make something cool, especially for something specific. So for instance, if it was this spray bottle, say if I wanted to make a cup holder for the spray bottle. A lot of times people will guess. They'll use their thumbs or some type of ruler, or not even a ruler. They'll just be like, oh, this looks like 2 inches, and they'll go from there, only for it to be a waste of filament and time because it was actually 1.57 millimeters. But how are you gonna know that? How are you going to know the difference between 1.57 and 2 millimeters? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is where the caliper comes into play. Now, today I'll show you how to use a caliper in the right way. You can design parts that actually fit. So, first things first, what is a caliper? A caliper measures exact size in millimeters or inches. It tells you the width, height, depth, and inside spacing of an object, which is exactly what 3D printing needs. So think of it as your go-to for 3D printing anything. If you want to find it, if you want it to have a snug fit, you're gonna want a caliper in the mix. Start at least with the outside measurement, you know? So to measure the outside, place the jaws, so these two things are the jaws, and you're gonna place them around the object, gently close to it, and gently close it. Now, before you start though, you're gonna always make sure that you turn it on, make sure it's set to millimeters and not inches, well, depending on your preference. And you're gonna hit this 0 button. That way it zeroes it out. Now every measurement is gonna be accurate. You're gonna take this, scale it out a little bit, and just gently close it around the edge of the bottle, or whatever it is you're measuring. So now I know that this is 48 millimeters of the outside of it. So now I can make a cup holder or something to just simply fit snug inside of it. Now for holes or gaps, you use the smaller inside jaws. This is perfect for designing clips, holders, or press fit parts. Now press fit parts are parts similar to this. I made this design for a puck light. Simply put, it's a design like this that when you press it down, it fits snug. Now, those are the basics of a caliper. But now that we know the basics of a caliper, it's time to use our knowledge and apply it into Tinkercad. Now, for this design, very simple, very straightforward process. You don't have to do anything crazy. All we're gonna do is drag and drop a simple cylinder onto our work plane. So this is what it looks like. Let me show you. First things first, when we're in Tinkercad, I always change the name to whatever it is I'm working on. So cup holder, spray bottle. Just so it's easier to work with. And you're gonna drag and drop this onto your workspace. Holding shift, you're gonna scale it out, pressing one of the red squares while making sure it's highlighted red, and hold shift, scale it out. So now that this is held out, next thing I'm gonna do, scale this down. Now we're just making a simple cup holder. So for this, I always start with the negative space. Turn it into a hole, but I know that it is 48. So this is good because I know when I scale this out, I scale this down. Boom. So this is what we have so far. So this is the negative. This negative space is supposed to represent the spray bottle, the coaster, whatever it is we're trying to design for. Now, what I simply did was drag and drop another shape to act as what we would actually see. So what would go in here. So you can scale it out as much as you want, depending on the design and your heart's content, really. And after you do that, if you're satisfied with it, you can just go here and group them, and boom. Now, this is a quick, simple design. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna hit export, and I'm gonna make sure it's selected as STL. Select the STL, and then you're gonna drag it, and you're gonna put it into your slicer. In this case, I'm using the bamboo slicer to do this. And I'm using an A1 mini printer, so it's already connected. Supports and strength. I don't want to give it any strength or support. I'm just gonna slice the plate. This should say, it says it's gonna take about 20 minutes. Print plate. And send it off to the printer. Now we wait for it to connect.